You're beautiful.
Yeah?
Yes, and you make me feel beautiful. I don't feel average when I'm with you.
Well, the reason why I stay single is because of the fact I'm looking for my ride or die. And I know it's hard to find it, but I still want that 80s and 90s love, and it's slowly dying. That breed is dying.
Those of us of the 80s and 90s may be the bookend generation of the era of notions of widespread love, of the idea that there's a soulmate out there for you, and when you find that person, you're going to be with that person forever no matter what. Or the idea of the ride or die chick, a woman that's going to love you while you're building yourself up, and she's going to celebrate you as well as you celebrate her while you go through the trials and tribulations of life. Instead, we've been ushered into an era that is about immediate gratification. It's about, I did what I wanted to do at that moment that made me the happiest, and now it's now, and that past shouldn't matter to the new person that I'm with. And it's having a fundamental change in the way that we see love, and dare I say, dating, especially in the era where we're seeing things like this.
France just became the first country to make abortion a constitutional right.
Pour l'adoption, 780. Contre, 72.
The bill passed 780 to 72, leading to a long-standing ovation in Parliament and celebrations in the streets.
And you make me feel beautiful. I don't feel average when I'm with you. I feel very, very special.
This is Diane Carroll and Sidney Poitier in the movie Paris Blues from 1961. And they have an exchange in this movie that is maybe one of the most romantic things a guy can ever imagine being said to him.
I better warn you. I want lots of children. Not just 2 or 3. I want lots and lots of children.
Okay.
6 children, 3 boys and 3 girls, and I want them all to look like you.
All right.
Of course, this is the hot button social issue of our generation, and for me, it's very difficult to have a very strong stance one way or the other because life is difficult and it has any number of permutations that it could throw at us. I do trend a bit more conservative in this particular issue, but if a man and a woman are standing in a room and they're making a decision, or should I say the woman is making a decision about the rest of their lives, who am I to stand in the way of what decision they make? However, I will say that in this environment where contraceptive has become very easy to access, and the decision to be with a person and to be able to quote unquote clean up the consequences of intimate physical relationship very easily have emerged as widespread, I do think it has cost young ladies, and more, should I say, love and the romantic notion of it, quite a lot.
Y'all seen that lady on Twitter? She's talking about it's weird to brag about not having kids.
This makes me think of when somebody told me, hurry up and have kids so you could be miserable like me.
I'm 39 years old, so I'm over 25 and I hit the wall already. I'm educated, I'm masculine, I'm a strong black woman who don't need no man. Right? I'm literally all of these things. I'm not having anybody's baby. I'm not finna be somebody's wife, aka slave.
I'm not saying that parenthood is miserable for everyone, but I have come across my fair share of regretful moms. They seem tired, they are haggard, they do not get any help from the men that they are with. They mourn the life that they had before.
I'm not finna clock out of my job and then come home to a second job of being a wife and a mother. I'm telling you this from the gate.
I love having money, getting up and doing whatever the I want to do, and having serenity in my home.
Y'all are still bothering me. You're still in my comment sections of my videos. You're still in my DMs. And for those who don't know this, the vast majority of the men that are in our DMs, women like me, are married. It's y'all's husbands.
I understand that motherhood is a sacred journey, but motherhood is not for everyone, and people really struggle with minding their business about what you do with your body. Is that a little envy that I detect?
But the thing that I don't understand about the rest of you guys is you guys say you want these submissive as women, right? You want these dumb as a box of rocks, no goals, no ambition. Somebody's going to be traditional and stay at home. type of women. Why don't y'all just go bother them?
For guys in the modern dating scene with romantic notions of days past, they're encountering attitudes like this one that could have been seen underneath the videos I just sampled. My mom sacrificed so much. She loved us more than she loved herself. I can't do that for anyone. And I know that about myself, and that's okay. With 3,200 likes. The creator of the TikTok herself saying, child-free and work for myself, love a midday nap, cocktail, or Mary Jane. These are not the most romantic of notions, and it almost begs the question, has the freedom to be with whom you like and be free from consequences taken the gravity out of modern relationships? Because if you look at it this way, it kind of makes sense as to a growing course of young ladies calling for the end of all of it.
And what I love about bonobo culture, it's the same thing like 4B. They're not sitting here chastising the males that are acting up. They're not sitting here, creating rules and boundaries. They just don't them hoes. Oh, okay. You want to be a dummy? Be a dummy in the corner by yourself. And that's what I really think needs to happen globally. I think the 4B movement needs to go global.
Her bringing up the 4B movement is speaking of the Korean movement where many young ladies are avoiding romantic attachments and is having a devastating effect on the birth rate. And of course, this young lady is calling for it to go global. But it speaks to a kind of nihilism that maybe has been birthed from the fact that people are experiencing more and more romantic relationships void of the emotional attachment.
Okay, and I actually think it's already going global, as we can see by the declining birth rates everywhere, the declining marriage rates everywhere. And you see these men, these mediocre men, fighting back. It's like old girl said, the astrologer, the men who are willing to do the work, y'all gonna be enjoying the future. It's the rest of y'all. Y'all are gonna be in your mama's basement playing video games with your skid-stained drawers that are black because Ray J told you to wear black drawers.
A look at the current day replication rates will show that it is not black people that are first in the rate of replication. And we're not even second, we're third. And to some, there's a conspiracy behind all of this, including one person that I respect very much.
Destroy the genes of the people that you are afraid of. Destroy the people. If possible, turn the men into women. Turn the women into men. Bring their procreation to zero.
For those that are not the late great Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, they may see these patterns as simply a coincidence. But what cannot be seen as a coincidence is the group that is emerging as the highest replicating group in terms of demographics. In 2010, it is clearly seen from the Pew Research Center that is the Hispanic Latino group that is replicating more than any other group in America. And more recent data from 2019-2020 shows that that is a very stable trend. Of course, this may have something to do with the people that are being chosen to be allowed into America as maybe the next replacement group for black people.
It sounds to me as you don't know how good you got it. Listen to me, and I want you to listen really carefully. Don't you blow up your family because of some damn Instagram photos and some made-for-TV movies. The stuff that you're seeing, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You just know what you think it looks like.
Full of SH.
I am just really tired of my husband not doing things that he should be doing, such as spending quality time with me and our 17-year-old daughter.
Okay.
He's just not coming up to par, and frankly, I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of it.
You don't have to work. Right?
Okay. Right.
I need you to lean a little forward, sir. I need you to lean a little forward.
Okay.
You don't have to work.
What does that have to do with me?
Well, I want a divorce.
You want a divorce because of that? You want to put him
Well-
on child support because of that?
Yes.
Your husband is doing so well that you can stay home with your 2 children. All right?
Okay.
You need to talk to him. First off, your children are so young, your focus should be on your children. You shouldn't be worried. The stuff you're talking about doing, I mean, no disrespect, but it ain't important. It don't mean shit. What matters is those children in there.
Obviously, I mean, he is the provider of our home, and absolutely, I want child support.
He's the provider of your home and you just want to get rid of him like that?
He doesn't take me out. We don't do fun things anymore. And frankly, I'm bored.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So you got the value of what a mother is all twisted.
I'm not really sure why I'm here. I'm recently retired. I'm tired. I worked 50 years and
Where did you retire from?
from the military.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you.
I want lots of children. Not just 2 or 3. I want lots and lots of children. 6 children, 3 boys and 3 girls, and I want them all to look like you.
The look of pain in this gentleman's eyes is a sign that he signed on for something that he thought was the case, and at the very end, all he's going to get for his 50 years of providing is to be put on child support. And it speaks to a bigger issue that may or may not be the consequence of the age of sex without consequences, but it's most certainly a byproduct of it. And that is simply for a larger and larger group of young ladies, and unfortunately in the Black community, Black women, it is the I want to be happy now. And that takes precedence over the idea of living your life and spending it with a man as your life partner. What has yet to be studied long-term is what are the long-term ramifications for young ladies that physically open themselves up to a sequence or a variety of young men in very short, passionate relationships that may actually end up with them in a clinic where they're making a lifelong decision that affects their future and their family future. No one studied that yet, but maybe we're seeing it real time. It results in more nihilistic young ladies that are seeking relationships that are more materialistic and pay up front. And for a growing group of men that might be wanting women that will look at them and say, I want to have a lot of babies that look like you. It looks like there's a demographic that's emerging that are the ones that will offer that to those men the most. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, guys.